Why read the news when you can watch it? Introducing Skn Newsline, the Federation's only online TV news platform. Skn Newsline is an online TV news platform covering news in St. Kitts and Nevis. We provide a daily and accurate news on the big stories and stories of interest that other media outlets have ignored. You can watch Skn Newsline on our website, www.sknnewsline.com, or Facebook page at www.fb.com/SKN Newsline, and also subscribe to our Skn Newsline YouTube channel. Skn Newsline, your world, your news.
The Cable, we provide much more than just the fastest and most reliable internet service. We fill the homes of all our customers with joy and laughter. Our services connect friends and keep families together. With the most extensive fiber optic network, we ensure that you can enjoy the things you love with the people you love. Whether it's catching up with family or old friends, or simply just enjoying your favorite TV shows, people choose the Cable because quality shows.
Now you can have Skn Newsline on the go. Introducing Skn Newsline Android mobile app. Search Skn Newsline in the Google Play Store. Download the app free and stay up to date with TV news in St. Kitts and Nevis in the palm of your hands. With this app, you can watch our news reports, watch our live news feed on Skn Newsline TV, engage with us and other app users in the chat room, look at our special features, send us news tips, and call us directly. It's news on the go. The Skn Newsline Android mobile app. Download it free today.
Come on down to Kingdom Hair on Church Street, Bastille for all your hair accessories and supplies. At Kingdom Hair, you get the best in braids, weaves, wigs, accessories, barber supplies, manicure and pedicure supplies, and cosmetics. We take it to another level with electrical items, hair products, and salon furniture. Our customer service is second to none and is seen from the very moment you enter our store. All at Kingdom Hair in the Charles Wilkin Building on Church Street, Bastille. Telephone number 466-8727. Kingdom Hair, your beauty supply store.
The opposition St. Kitts and Nevis Labour Party is slamming the government for the proposed changes to the Elections Act that will compel nationals abroad to reside in the Federation for 6 months before they can register to vote in the next general elections. Chairperson of the Labour Party, Marcella Liebert, in an interview with Skn Newsline, said even before the first reading of the Amendment Act in Parliament, there should have been widespread consultation by the government.
To just come and do a first reading of an amendment to the Elections Act without any consultation with anybody at all must be offensive and certainly not good for democracy. And the second thing is the deception, really, in the sense that we had an election in 2015. I believe that the people now in government would have made more trips overseas to our nationals all over the globe to encourage people to come to vote. Having done that, and having brought in the people, they're now saying, okay, thank you very much, don't come back.
The Elections Amendment Act, as it relates to the residency requirements for overseas-based nationals, had its first reading last month in the House of Assembly, sparking debate in the diaspora and locally. Prime Minister Dr. Timothy Harris said recently that there will be consultation with everyone before any changes are made.
Some people think it is the best thing in the reform process, and some people would want to prefer that perhaps the 6 months is too long. So it is a mixed bag, but the principle is what we want to get right. And I think in this case, based on our own experience and based on the best practices we have seen here, that the requirement for residency is a good one. I was in England, met with a diverse group of people. Not one question, not one was asked in relation to this matter. I was in New York, I spoke to many people, and there are people like Lennox who said to me, it's a long time the government should have done this. Why are we having at election time to bring, as it were, this uncertainty into the mix? So it will, as in most things, you will have those for and those against.
However, MP Librard said the proposed changes were the norm before the then PAM-NRP coalition made changes to the Act in the 1980s.
That when the People's Action Movement and the Nevis Reformation Party, PAM-NRP coalition, came to power in 1980, they met a system that Bradshaw had where persons had to live in the constituency for 6 months in order to register in that constituency. Sounds familiar? That's what they met in 1980. Not only that, we didn't have registration officers at the time. You had to go before the magistrate. It was the magistrate who you had to go before in order to register when you go in. They came into power, they met that. They changed the entire thing, took out the total time requirement. So you didn't have to live in the constitution for any time at all, not even a day. After they changed the legislation and removed that. So now the very people, because the People's Action Movement is part of this coalition, have come back now to say, we're going back to what we had in 1980, that they met in 1980 because it's such a great thing.
The opposition MP said the amendment's efforts by the government is pure politics and is not in the interest of improving electoral reform. Andre Huey, Skn Newsline.
The Cable, we provide much more than just the fastest and most reliable internet service. We fill the homes of all our customers with joy and laughter. Our services connect friends and keep families together. With the most extensive fiber optic network, we ensure that you can enjoy the things you love with the people you love. Whether it's catching up with family or old friends, or simply just enjoying your favorite TV shows, people choose the Cable because quality shows.
Prime Minister Dr. Timothy Harris says there is enough time to implement electoral reform, including adjustments to the electoral boundaries, in time for the general elections constitutionally due in 2020. Speaking at his monthly press conference last week, Dr. Harris suggested that these reforms are routine in other countries.
This is a process that we have been through time and time again, and so I believe that the rules are clear. We had prolonged delays with respect to that because last time the government clearly was in a mood to manipulate the process, just as it was in a mood to delay the motion of no confidence. But we will have a transparent process with respect to that, drawing on the cumulative knowledge that have been garnered over time of dealing with these things. And you must ask yourself, we are not the only country existing in isolation. Jamaica, Antigua, all of them go through these things.
The Prime Minister disclosed that the Boundaries Commission would be activated and efforts would be made to vet the voters list.
So we are optimistic that once the process is started, the process will be completed in a timely manner.
Adjusting electoral boundaries has been a contentious issue, especially in the last elections in 2015. The then government had quickly rushed the ratifications of the Boundaries Report for elections to be held on new boundaries, dissolved Parliament and moved to elections. However, a series of legal challenges saw the matter reaching the Privy Council that ruled that elections are to be held on the old boundaries, after which the process should recommence to realign the boundaries. The then opposition made allegations of gerrymandering on the part of the government. The government argued that the boundaries were unbalanced and illegal and should be adjusted. The Prime Minister assured that all the reform work will be completed in a timely manner. Dr. Harris said the Privy Council case would be a guide to ensure the process would be above board. However, if an election were to be called now, it would be held on the boundaries the last elections were held. He also disclosed that there was a 2-year period when the Boundaries Commission cannot commence new work. That period expired in 2017. This is why, the Prime Minister explained, the issue is only coming to the fore at this time.
Legislation, as I understood it, says that you had to have period of think about 2 years wait. So having had that one about 15, we could have done nothing with respect to new boundaries until 2017, when the second year would have happened. So that is in part why earlier on this matter really didn't surface, because you had, as it were, the the 2-year period before a boundaries report could come in vogue.
Andre Huey, Skn Newsline.
Think smart. Be safe. Get Keep. Guardian Emergency Alert Plus by Secure Guard. You are never alone.
The St. Kitts Solid Waste Management Corporation, SWMC, made a presentation to the Bastia High School. This in commemoration of World Earth Day observed on April 22nd. This is part of an initiative to promote the separation of waste where plastic bottles will be disposed of in a separate receptacle than regular garbage disposal. Taisha Henry, collection officer of the SWMC, made a presentation of an SWMC branded reusable bag as a symbolic gesture to that initiative to Mr. Maurice Benjamin, principal of the Bastia High School, at his office.
Celebration held in more than 192 countries around the world for Earth Day. Earth Day is meant to show support of protection and environment, which is why we encouraging and trying to introduce separation of PET bottles in every school in St. Kitts and Nevis. We are advising everyone at the schools to put their PET bottles in a certain bin that would be situated at the school. We also encourage the children to reuse their water bottles. Maybe they can, when they're coming from home, they can put the juice in their water bottles and continue saving space at the landfill.
Mr. Benjamin, in reply, commended the SWMC on this initiative.
It's a good idea to save the landfill, the space at the landfill. At the school, we have already started the bottle initiative, so it's not a new idea for us here, and we look forward to working with solid waste on this project.
The initiative to help promote the separation of trash disposal is part of a project undertaken by Ms. Taisha Henry and the SWMC after she returned from a waste disposal training in Japan last year. This initiative is also being piloted with the Sandy Point Primary School and the Beach Island Primary School. I'm Andre Huey, Communications Specialist with the Solid Waste Management Corporation.
On the road to good health, you must visit Nature's Discount Nutrition Center on 4th Street. Nature's Discount is your first stop for all natural supplements to maintain the health of the entire family. Natural alternative medicines to heal your ailments. Natural weight management supplies to ensure you look good. Nature's Discount Nutrition Center also carries all of your sports nutrition supplies, cleansing and digestion products, natural health and beauty products, oils, organic and gluten-free foods, energy and endurance, and sexual well-being supplements. Nature's Discount Nutrition Center on 4th Street is open 9 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. Monday through Fridays, and evenings 6:30 to 8:30 on Saturdays. Nature's Discount Nutrition Center, your get healthy, feel wealthy people.
The Sugar Boys fell short of a win on Thursday night at the Warner Park versus the Reggae Boys of Jamaica as the visitors walked away with a 3-1 victory. Jamaica got all their 3 goals in the first half. Justin Springer scored an own goal in the 22nd minute after the ball ricocheted off his head into the back of the net as he attempted to clear out from the danger zone, giving Jamaica a 1-0 lead. 2 minutes later, Jamaica's Fabian Reed scored a sitter from a low cross into the 18-yard box, and Siobhan Marsh scored the 3rd goal in the 36th minute from a corner to put Jamaica 3-0 up at halftime. However, a more focused St. Kitts and Nevis team came out in the second half and pressed the Jamaicans, creating more opportunities. Deft passing from the Sugar Boys and a slicing pass into the 18-yard box caught the Jamaicans off guard as Kennedy Isles picked up the ball and with one touch scoring behind goalkeeper Amal Knight to get one back for St. Kitts and Nevis. But despite their best efforts, the Sugar Boys had to settle for a 3-1 loss. Assistant coach of St. Kitts Nevis, Jonathan Himmelfarb, said the home side played according to the game plan, but made too many mistakes in the first half and were punished by Jamaica as a result.
Yeah, well, I mean, when you play a team who is as good as Jamaica is, you cannot commit mistakes. You cannot make mistakes. If you do mistakes, they almost always kill you. We were playing a good game. We were following the game plan as it was planned, and we were really controlling the game. Unfortunately, we started committing a lot of mistakes, 2 in a row. The first 2 goals were very close, one to the other, and then we played, I think, a very good second half. But unfortunately, when you are losing 3-0 at halftime, even though you can play good, sometimes it's not enough to tie or to win the game. But it's a preparation game, it's a friendly, and we're still our path to grow. We have the League of Nations coming, and we need to get better, and this is a good exercise for us.
What were some of the positives that you could take from this game?
A lot of positives. We saw some players in great level. Johannes Mitchum Plonks was today in a great, outstanding level. Kendale, who wasn't playing in the national team for a long time, did it great. Kennedy, Tishan, a lot of players played a very good game, and it's very useful for us going forward. We played a great second half, and that's it. We need to get better. We cannot give more soft goals or stupid goals, and we need to learn from this.
What are some of the things you think you can take from this game in terms of what not to do or what you could do better?
Well, we need to be focused all the games. We need to, again, it happens to us also in República Dominicana, so we need to finish with those mistakes. We cannot give stupid or soft goals. We need to be more aggressive, better on defense.
Coach Jerome Waite of Jamaica was elated at his team's victory.
Well, you notice we start out a little tentative. Don't want to give away anything, more possession at the back. We'd have to be shouting them over and over. Start to feel out this defensive unit and see what they are made of. In which, they change the whole play from defense to offense, and it paid off.
All right, now, how would you say this game would have prepared your guys tonight in terms of, well, one, your next encounter, which is against Antigua and Barbuda, but also overall in terms of the program?
Yeah, it's a good game. You notice the St. Kitts team, they came into their own in the second half. They also scored a goal, but outside of that, it was how well we managed the game. And right throughout the period, we make a lot of substitution in which we will have to pull out some of the better players for the next game. But overall, it's a good game, and they did well.
Now, going forward to Antigua now, what's the anticipation for that, and how do you intend to prepare for the Antigua game as opposed to this one?
Well, one of the things is, whatever injury, we have, we try to ensure that we, put those players to the test where the doctors and the medical staff is concerned to get them up back. And then, we just move forward and have another session after we fly to Antigua and just look forward to the game.
This match is part of the preparations for St. Kitts Nevis for the upcoming CONCACAF Nations League, which begins in September. The Reggae Boys now move to Antigua and Barbuda, where they will play the national side in another international friendly this weekend. You're watching SKN Newsline TV live on sknnewsline.com.